Well, glory be, mercy me, we've done it yet again. Here we are, walk around the graveyard. Today's a beautiful day, nice and cool, right? I'm looking forward to the sun cracking back open again. You hear some sound behind me. It's the gentleman who maintain this beautiful graveyard that I walk through every day. Thank you, gentlemen, for your hard work. Thank you so much for what you do. Gentlemen like these should have access to, like most of the population, a basic income, right? That's what today's video is going to be about, and how, guess what, guys? The capitalist death cult is never, ever going to allow a basic income to pass in this country. I've been seeing tons of articles going by my feed being like, hey, basic income's still a good idea. Hey, we could do a basic income. Hey guys, here's all the benefits to a basic income. Oh, is a basic income a good idea, right? Every article's exactly the same. Poverty costs us a lot of money. It's cheaper to run a basic income. There are lots and lots of benefits. We have programs that are like basic incomes already, like the child care benefit. And what we're finding is that for every dollar we spend on the child care benefit, we get $2 back of economic stimulus, right? This is a winning platform across the board and popular, right? As high as 80% support in some parties, and even more notably, as only as low as about 50% in the Conservative Party, right? So even conservatives are looking at the basic income and going, yeah, I guess that could be a good idea, right? And especially when you consider that the child care benefit was passed by conservative leader Stephen Harper, seems to me that this is a popular idea that is cost efficient and more effective at alleviating poverty than what we're doing now, right? Food banks cost money, shelters cost money, police services and emergency services cost money. You've literally got the Ontario doctors and doctors across Canada screaming that they wish that they could prescribe people with poverty and just give them money. It's the number one health ailment in Canada. And then you think about the benefits to a person who's currently grinding away into poverty. What would happen to their life if suddenly that didn't exist? If suddenly they were able to participate? Oh, they would probably contribute more to the society, right? Economic growth, all that kind of stuff. So that's literally every article, and then they cap it being like, and we could get it in if we just write a letter to the liberals or whatever. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I wish we were more serious as a society. I wish we were more serious as a culture to understand that the people who own this place are psychotic. They don't care. They don't care that the program works. They don't care that it's more beneficial for the society. They've never cared about that. Since when have they ever cared whether or not policies work or are effective or help anybody? Since when has any of these people, liberals, conservative, more and more looking like the NDP, given a shit at all as to whether or not any of these programs actually work, right? Like, where's the pressure coming from the NDP pounding on the pulpit about it, right? The reality is that the liberals, conservatives, and the NDP have been bought. They've been bought by a class that owns the society and doesn't give a shit about us at all. And they look at a basic income and they think to themselves, that'll allow people to live a life without me exploiting them easily. I don't think so. Like, literally, in the 80s, you had Alan Greenspan walking around saying the strategy for business moving forward is to destabilize the working class. And now here's a policy that's designed to stabilize the working class, and you genuinely think that the psychopaths who have been running this country the whole time are going to go, oh yeah, let's pass that legislation, that'll make sense. The truth is that Justin Trudeau, the next leader of the Conservative Party, is probably Pierre Poilievre, and Jagmeet Singh don't work for us. They work for the capitalist death cult. What makes you think that these guys are going to step up and pass this legislation and work hard on this kind of stuff when they haven't done anything about climate change, when they've literally been grifting us the entire time? No, the basic income will stand as a policy that they'll just string us along with for decades and decades as they grind us into their worthless society that's self-immolating itself. Like, I don't understand why there are groups like UBI Works, why there are groups who are actually still believing that there is just like, let's just talk to the politicians and be nice to them and they'll do nice stuff for us. No, they won't. Like, no, they won't. This is a childish view of how politics actually works. You want to know what's actually going to work? If you care about the basic income, you know what's actually going to happen? Surround the halls of power, surround these people's houses. If you actually want this legislation to be passed, if you actually want your political leadership to do anything, stop treating them like they're your buddies, because they're not. These people are frauds. They are liars. They are attempting to destroy the society for money, and they say it to your face every time they talk. And yet we're still standing around being like, we got to be nice to them or they won't do anything for us, when exactly the opposite is true. We will force them to do things for us, or we will make their lives very difficult. And until we grow up and recognize that these people are frauds and liars, and all they're trying to do is go to brunch while they plunge us into homelessness and poverty, until we grow up and recognize that that's the case, it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get way, 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 way worse. Watch as this program, this extremely popular, extremely effective, extremely useful program, so useful that the Liberals passed a basic income during a crisis, which was the pandemic. And now that there's a crisis of poverty, a crisis of homelessness, what are they going to do? They're going to tell you to get a fucking job, is what they're going to do. Even while their own parliamentary budget office tells them, it's cheaper to do it this way, guys, we should do it. Doesn't benefit the capitalists, so who gives a fuck? All right, guys, this is the end of this one. Like, share, subscribe. I've got a live stream 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. Come on in. Let's cry about this stuff. Let's organize, for God's sakes. They're chasing leftist voices out of the conversation, right? Gleefully, happily, right? So that it's just like the fascists and the neoliberals sitting at the table and everybody's wondering like, oh, I wonder what's going wrong. If you don't even listen to people on the left, this is what happens. We've got to support leftist voices. Always remember, guys, you are a quantum being walking around in quantum energy. The billionaire class is spending hundreds of billions of dollars to make sure you never realize it, and you just stay the good little commodity they need you to be. Revolt, rebel, repent. Good luck. We're gonna need it.